Hi everyone, my name's Jason. I currently run Skynet Network. I do a lot of radio stations and a lot of stuff, and similar to like YouTube videos out there, I had a similar problem which a lot of you, well, a lot of other users out there are having with getting invalid traffic and stuff. And there's so many videos on YouTube that are misleading people over what's actually happening and how it's come about. Well, I can actually let you into some information on this. How it's come about is YouTube have actually updated their systems over there, so they're currently using AI systems to track traffic data. The trouble is with this, they're not tracking the full IP registry responses from the IP addresses. What I mean by that is when you have an IP address issued to you, it also issues a user, whether it's a proxy, whether it's a VPN, and lots of other data, location data and all this sort of stuff. It actually comes in a massive chart, which actually I can show you on here, which comes out like this. And this is the problem that we're getting on a lot of stuff. If you're connecting through a VPN, which I am at the moment, I'm connecting through Surfshark. All VPNs are different, and every server that you connect to on a VPN will be different. This one I'm connected to on here at the moment, I'm actually in Poland at the moment while I'm making this video. And my Surfshark on here is actually connected. I can actually show you on here on the screen. Is connected to Los Angeles. Okay, so when you do a check on here, you'll see on here it says, is a data center true? Anytime it comes up on your IP address that you're through a data center, then the chances are that you won't get paid for your traffic, or it will come up invalid traffic because it's a data center. If their AI system is only searching for data centers and abusers, then anytime you get a data center is true, the chances are it will come up an invalid person. The main reason that it does happen is this part here, which is IS_abuser. If that comes up true, then you're an abusive user. And by that, you can actually look up these definitions in an IP registry response field. And if you can see this part here, I don't know if this camera's picking it up, but it says it's a Boolean indicating whether the IP address is a known source of abuse, e.g. spam, harvesters, registration, bots. So anytime you get in the security IS_abuser is true, they're going to assume that it's a registration bot or another bot running on your system, which is why you're getting all these problems. What you can try actually doing is actually disconnecting from like where I am now and then trying somewhere else, like let's try Gdansk, because that's in Poland, not too far from where I am, sort of thing. Wait for it to connect, and now if I do a refresh on here, you'll see now this one's saying it's not a proxy, it's not a data center, and it's not a user. So now if I actually watch a YouTube video on here, because the abuser is now false, it won't show up as an invalid click or an invalid user listening. This is the problems that a lot of people were having. It all depends what servers you're connecting through on VPN to whether you get an abuser or not. So the only way an end user can stop this is to ask your viewers to check their abuser registration before they watch your video, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, YouTube has got to get an AI system that not only detects abuser but actually reads the whole lot of whether it's a mobile, data center, Tor, proxy, VPN or abuser. It's okay to get true on VPN and proxy and Tor, but if you get a yes on a data center or an abuser, it's getting a problem with YouTube. And YouTube AI system is not picking this up. And you're getting a lot of people lying to you saying, oh, it's clicks, you've got to delete these link lines, you've got to undo plugins from your browser, and you've got to do all this sort of crap to get around it. It's absolute rubbish. It's all bollocks. The main problem that people have got is all under this IS_abuser false. It's all to do with this. Anytime the system picks you up as an abuser true, you're buggered. It's going to pick you up as a bot. And anytime you're picked up as a bot, as you know, all bots now are being scanned, and they're going to class it as like invalid traffic, in which case you're going to get done for invalid traffic, and it's not you, it's your users or your viewers coming through and using a VPN, which they need to stay safe in a way. Because some of the VPNs, most of them come up as a data center, which is what's causing problems. But a lot of these ones, like on here, like abuser now, is false. But when I go back and I connect, I'll just get rid of that down. Let me bring it back. But when I change my VPN again, back to San Francisco or somewhere in America or somewhere different, is this coming up? Okay, there it is. So now if I change back to Los Angeles, and I refresh this page again once it's connected, yeah, I'm connected. You see at the moment when I was on Poland it was like false, but now if I refresh, wait this to go up, it now says I'm an abusive user, I'm going through a VPN, I'm using a proxy, and I'm in a data center. So that's going to class me as unsafe. So now if I watch your YouTube video, it's going to clearly show up on your system that I'm an abusive user. Because when you check the registry response fields, which you can check here at ipregistry.co, if you scroll down under security is_abuser, you will read about whether it's spam and registration bots, which is here. I hope you can see this. I don't like being on camera, which is why I'm just like trying to zoom in on my laptop at the moment. But this is really pissing me off, because a lot of people are getting misled by this, and they're thinking it's their problem, and they're the ones that got to fix it. YouTube are blaming the users and the creators for this, and it's not the creators, it's the actual people viewing it. I don't know if they're doing this to try and stop people using VPNs on YouTube, or whether they're going to fix this and get it to read the full IP registrant response fields rather than a couple. It seems to me they're only scanning AB user and data center at the moment, which is absolutely crazy when they have the whole lot of list here, which is all the IIS ones, which is what they check on. All the rest of this is just like the ASN and your location and other details and stuff, which is your host and who you're going through and stuff. This doesn't make no difference at all, but all the sections in the IS does. But like I say, it's the AB user there and the IS data center. If they're true like this one is now, you're buggered. It's absolutely buggered. So you're getting all these people lying to you, saying, oh, it's about links in YouTube and all that sort of stuff. But the YouTube creators can't do nothing about it. All they can do is basically come up with what I do. I mean, I have a YouTube channel, but mine isn't monetized because I've only got a few hundred subscribers. So I don't actually have this problem, but I have it with my radio stations, because I was getting my radio stations coming up saying you've got invalid traffic on my radio stations. And this is how I found out what it was, through checking. And the same thing on here, as I found out, is applying to your YouTube channels. So all I would recommend for you to do is, for everyone who is a creator of YouTube videos and stuff, is to create a video and release it to you, like online, to all your people, all your viewers and listeners around the world, and tell them to either go on this site, https://api.api.is. Go on there, run a scan to see if it's coming up with an AB user or data center. If it's coming up true on these, any one of these two, ask them to switch off their VPN before they watch your video. That's what I would do at the moment. It's the best thing for you to do. Is you're going to have to try and do a video to get your viewers and listeners to check before they actually watch your videos, which is going to be a right pain in the arse. But for now, why YouTube have done this, I don't understand why. It just doesn't make sense. They either read all the IS data or they don't, but they seem to be picking these two main sections for some reason and just programming on that. I can understand it wanting to do the AB user, because obviously with the AB user it basically allows the registrant of your machine to tell the advertising company that your advert was definitely seen by an end terminal or a user. But the ones with data center, everything goes through a data center. I mean, anytime you connect to a VPN, even if it shows on here no VPN and no proxy, it will still show up as a data center. It's absolutely crazy. It's very rare that you can get a VPN that will say data center false, proxy false, and VPN false. But you do get some. I mean, I've tried loads of different connections on Surfshark on here, and you can get different responses every time depending on what servers you connect to and how many times you connect and which ones. So it's very strange how it works. I mean, I can't disconnect because otherwise it's going to show all my IP address from my connection host, which I don't want to give out my information obviously on there. So, but the main thing to do is to go to this site here to check what your viewers are getting, and then check on, if you want to check what the problem is, go to ipregistry.co, and then you'll be able to see the actual explanations of what the is mobile, is data, is Tor, is proxy is. Main ones to worry about, obviously, like I said, it is the abuser, the abuse user, and the data center. But the one for the is abuser is the one which is picking up as bots. So anytime you're on the internet and you're surfing with an abuser tree, which is what I am now, even though I'm connected on Surfshark to Los Angeles, it's saying I'm registered as a bot. So if I now watch your YouTube video, you're going to get a bot attack. Basically, they're going to assume it's malware, a bot attack, or something malicious, which is absolutely crazy. The only way around this at the moment I can see for the future is that a lot of these VPN companies are either going to have to dump all their IP addresses and pick up some new IP addresses, or change over to IPv6 or something like that. Because obviously all these IP addresses now are known on the system, so obviously people have been using these IP addresses or Surfshark connections and other VPN